everyone. Back in Christmas of 2017, I took a trip to the US, and it was my first trip there, and I decided I wanted to try and tick off a number of major items that I've been wanting to do all my life. So I flew from Melbourne to San Francisco, and spent about 3 or 4 days in San Francisco. I then hopped on a train and took a 2-day journey across to Chicago, and then I took another overnighter to New York. Spent about, I think it was 3 or 4 days in New York, and then I took another train back to Chicago. Now, originally I was supposed to go down to Indiana, but because of the snow conditions at the time, I had to cancel that leg of the trip. So I ended up staying in Chicago for 4 days, and where I experienced my first ever snowstorm in a major city. Very much enjoyed that. I then hopped on a plane and flew to Los Angeles, spent 4 days in Los Angeles, and I have to say that Los Angeles was different to what I expected. I think it's the old story, don't judge by what you see on the television and the movies. When you get there, the place is a lot different. After that, I then hopped on a plane and flew to Vancouver and spent a week with some friends in Vancouver, after which I then flew back to San Francisco, and then after a day or two flew back to Melbourne. Now, why am I telling you all this? Well, I have finally finished the edit of that trip, and my plan now is to chapterize it and put it up on my YouTube channel. And the first chapter, which you're going to see now, will be basically me arriving in San Francisco and my exploits in San Francisco and surround. While I was actually in San Francisco, I drove north to Petaluma to visit Leo Laporte at the Twit Studios. I'm a big fan of his, and you'll see that in this video. So that's about it at the moment. As I said, I will put these up periodically, well, actually over the next couple of weeks, and I hope you enjoy them. So I was just wrapping up, and I suddenly realised I better explain to you guys what camera and audio gear I actually shot this trip with. So I took my, at the time I had I still have it, the Canon 70D. I had had a Hero 5 GoPro, and I also had my iPhone 6, which I no longer have. I took along a number of mics. I had the Rode I had the Rode video mic to go on top of the 70D. I also had a couple of the smaller Rode devices that I could plug into my iPhone and also my iPad, and I had the iPad as well. I forgot about that, the iPad Pro. So I used a multiple of those devices to shoot lots of different bits and pieces, although primarily the 70D, and in general I had no major problems, but one little problem. Didn't think about this. Here in Australia we have 240 volts, and we have 50 hertz electrical frequency. In the US it's 60 hertz. Guess what? A lot of the night scenes you'll see flickering, and unfortunately, because I had the camera set at 50 frames per second, that's what you're going to get. If I had thought about it, I probably would have put it on 60 frames and I would have overcome that problem, but that's life. Outside of that, yeah, I don't think there's much else to tell. So, okay, back to the video.
in the beautiful city of San Francisco.
Driving along in Petaluma. Gee, the roads are rough. Well, here I am in Petaluma. I've just driven, I think it's about 45 minutes from San Francisco. Drove across the Golden Gate Bridge. That was incredible. And basically have just arrived in Petaluma. It's been weird driving on the opposite side of the car. It's not difficult, but just a bit strange. So I'm going to go and find some lunch now, and then the next stop will be the Twit Studios.
Silent. And last time we did this, people were concerned, like, is it over? But here's the good news. We resume activities.
You want to write your cameras and stuff?
Yes, I do.
And I will copy this, and then, because you're just going to stay on the single, essentially, for these pre-records.
So, first, let me do a thing for Radio Leo. Hey everybody, how are you? Leo Laporte here. I'm so glad you subscribed to our Radio Leo. Table to the knees.
Oh, maybe that helped.
Knees up, Mother Brown.
I didn't know I didn't realise your table could go up and down. Hey, do me a favour. Say hello, Vicky.
Hey Vicky, how are you doing? How come you're not here? Did Cliff spend all the money on a trip to the U.S. and not bring you? Come on, Cliff! Come on, man!
You're too worried about Instagram. That means you feel some sort of way. He knows about the budget, the tax bill. He knows about the education bill. This is a guy who wasn't registered to vote until this year.
Even this guy, who is not a bright guy, I hear. Oh, he works for the state. Oh, he's a union job. Wondering if Amazon sells hacked Fire Sticks. That would be a really interesting. I'm wearing it right now. This is it. This is the Motive ring. I love this thing. So you've all worn, fitness bands and so forth. Well, as technology has advanced, it's possible now to put all of that functionality of a fitness band into a ring. And are you going to steal some of our ideas, or you already got this all nailed down?
Well, I've been watching it for 8 years.
Oh, nice.
So I got
really
all your
nice.
ideas.
Oh, that's great.
Good. Anyway, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Yep.
Hope you got some good video.
Absolutely.
Nice. And who is the woman that I recorded that?
Vicky, that's my wife.
Your wife, all right. Oh, Vicky. Vicky. Why didn't you come, Vicky? Why?
She thought it was too cold and she didn't want to travel a long distance.
Well, it is cold. You got your beautiful weather right now, right?
I can't believe how
Melbourne.
warm it is. 20 degrees today.
It's not too bad today, yeah.
Yeah.
And the sun is shining, so it's pretty.
Yeah.
It doesn't ever get that cold, but it's unseasonably warm.
Look, as long as it snows in New York, I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's the best. Christmas in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Model makers. The Russian one is the mind-blowing one. It's got snow. It's incredible. It's just so beautiful.
Times Square.
Yep.
So that's a
It's in
given.
Times Square, Gulliver's Gate. If you like
I'm going there.
trains, because it's got trains all around it,
Yep.
or just kind of miniatures, it's really kind of cool. And there's lots of little Easter eggs and stuff in it. It's just, and I feel like it's the coolest thing, and I don't know if anybody knows about it.
Thank you, Leo. I didn't know
My
about
pleasure.
it. I'm definitely going to go to that now.
It's
So,
really, really neat.
okay.
Thanks for coming.
No worries.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great visit.
Any other got a turn to the side. You the one that an apple in my eye. Oh yeah, you're my surprise. I'm surprised.
Just hear the sleigh bells ringing.
What's the good? That's like less than a Main Street.
I left San Francisco this morning at around 6:15 and have travelled down to Cappuccino, where I have just been into the Apple Visitor Centre and have basically had a look at the new Apple building, which is incredible. You've got to see it to believe it. On the freeway heading back towards San Francisco. Quite interesting. This being on the left-hand side of the car but driving on the right-hand side of the road. Yeah, not an easy task, I can tell you. Out to my right there's a, I don't know what it is, it looks like a bay. Well, I've been walking for, I don't know, probably about 16 k's today. So I decided to, I'm down here at Fisherman's Wharf, so I decided to give myself a late lunch, early dinner, and I might go for a cruise on the harbour, twilight cruise. So I'll see you later.
Break it down. Girls sit, hallelujah. Girls sit, hallelujah. Girls sit, hallelujah. Cause uptown phone gonna give it to you. Uptown phone gonna give it to you. Uptown phone gonna give it to you. Saturday night, we inside. Don't believe me, just watch. Say my name, you know who I am, but you got. Well, to the band, about that money, break it down. Girls sit, hallelujah. Girls sit, hallelujah. Cause uptown phone gonna give it to you. Uptown phone gonna give it to you. Saturday night, we inside. Don't believe me, just watch.
Hi everyone, I'm on a cruise out in the harbour. We're just about to come under the Golden Gate Bridge. Having my complimentary wine on the cruise.
Before it was a prison, it was actually a United States military base, going as far back as the Civil War during the 1860s. So if you have time in your journey out west, you are able to get tickets, I definitely recommend visiting Alcatraz. As you can see, there's people touring it right now. Very interesting place.
Cruise is coming to an end. We're just going past San Francisco, the waterline, and it's been quite interesting. Cold, but clear skies and beautiful, beautiful lights. The bridge and just seeing the city by the sea. At night time was just incredible. So once we dock, I'll head off, hop on a tram car, go up the hills, and then go back to my hotel. And ready for another day tomorrow. standing in front of A&T Park. It's a baseball stadium. It's unusual because it sort of goes half around and then it's cut off and then it looks out over the waterfront. And I was talking to a guy yesterday on the cruise, and he was telling me that when the baseball players hit the balls out under the water, there's actually another sport that goes on, people chasing the balls in the water trying to get it.